Hello everybody and welcome back to the CLEN channel where we play a game and talk about anything MMA related. And today what we're going to be talking about is the upcoming fight that's going under a lot of people's radar, because as I'm recording this right now, everyone's talking about Oliveira versus Gaethje, and I'm sure afterwards nobody's going to still be talking about is Blachowicz versus Aleksandar Rakić. And man, such a good fight. Let me tell you, I was so sad when I found out this fight got canceled, but at least we're seeing it right now. But it's Blachowicz's first fight back after losing to Glover Teixeira, and that hurt because Glover Teixeira is one of my favorite fighters, so I was cheering for him. But over the time that Jan has been champion, I have become such a big fan of his by the way he carries himself, and he's a good champion. He fights, love everything about him. So it hurt to see him lose, but again, I liked seeing Glover get the title. You know what I mean? That was a very, very wholesome moment. However, it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back, because it's not like he's a young guy. He's getting up there in age, and he's fighting a guy in his prime who, in my opinion, never lost in the UFC. If you remember, he's been undefeated in the UFC, and then he ran into Volkan Oezdemir, who a lot of people think that he won that fight. It went to decision, and I think that was a horrible, horrible decision. So I look at this guy's undefeated in the UFC, and as every fight he had progresses, he's been more and more dominant. And how did Jan Blachowicz lose his last fight? And how has Aleksandar Rakić been really tearing people apart? By holding them and controlling them on the ground. It's tough to say. After seeing Jan, like, I don't know if it's necessarily a weakness or Glover is just that good, but this is not the right guy to fight if you just lost a fight going to the ground, because I can feel like Rakić could do the same thing. It's not to say that if it's a stand-up battle, I think it'll just be faster. I think Jan is getting older. I'm actually so surprised that he became champion. It's like, I hate discrediting him. I hate that. I just don't think, I think there's better guys in the division, and to see what Rakić has been doing, and he's been undefeated, he's been tearing through everybody. I do not see this fight going any other way than what Rakić has been doing his whole way up. The problem is, when you fight Glover and when you fight Yuri, I think they're just a little bit of a step above. And I hate saying that about Jan, like I said, but if Jan can keep it standing, that Polish power is real, and he can end absolutely anyone. But Rakić has never been knocked out. He can take a shot, and he's pretty good at not taking shots, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with the hungry young man in his prime to move on to a, hopefully, I think he deserves a title fight after this. He'll be the #1 contender if he beats Jan Blachowicz. However, I will be cheering for Jan in this fight. I hope he wins. Love the guy. I've been such a big fan of his guys. I would love to know what you think. Who do you think's going to take this fight? And it sucks that the fight's going under the radar, man. I would love to know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching.